let's be honest, there are so many things that we grew up seeing in marriages that were normalized, but deep down, you know that these things were not healthy. And as someone that plans and intends to get married someday, I've had to sit myself down and tell myself that I refuse to accept these things. I refuse to normalize these things. I refuse to go into marriage with this mindset. So in today's video, I am going to be sharing with you 5 things that I have personally, I have decided to not normalize in my marriage. Like in a lot of African homes, especially Nigerian homes, a lot of unhealthy patterns has been passed down all in the name of this is how marriage is, this is how marriage should be. And if you're not careful, you're going to enter into marriage thinking this is normal and this is exactly how marriage should be. And starting strong at number 1 is slavery disguised as submission. This topic called submission and leadership in marriage, it has been widely misunderstood. It has been misrepresented, especially in our society. The idea of submission and leadership has been twisted, diluted, and reduced to something that looks like enslavement these days. Because today, when the topic of submission and leadership is talked about, what people mostly mean is that the woman is not supposed to question anything. The man makes all the decisions in the home without consulting his wife. Whatever the husband says is final, stamped, and sealed. And the role of the woman in marriage is just to serve him, to please him, and to adjust to whatever it is that the husband wants. I'm sorry, but no, marriage is not a military regime. Since when did marriage turn into a place where one person is commanding and the other person is obeying? That is not partnership, that is control. For me, a good and healthy marriage is one that is built on mutual respect, mutual honor, and mutual service. Even the Bible said submit to one another, but many people conveniently they conveniently avoid that part of the Bible. They are focused on hierarchy, where the man is up here and the woman is down there, and the woman must follow every instruction that the man gives. That kind of structure only creates imbalance and will eventually lead to resentment. And I believe that the reason why so many people are having problems with this submission and leadership topic is because we have so many men out here that do not even know, they don't fully understand what leadership is. Leadership is not controlling your wife. Leadership is not enforcing authority. Leadership is not dominance over another person. Real leadership is responsibility. Real leadership is care. Real leadership is accountability. Real leadership is emotional intelligence. When leadership and submission in marriage is misunderstood, that is where you begin to see a lot of unhealthy dynamic, a lot of unhealthy patterns in marriage. Because at the end of the day, marriage is a partnership. It is not a power struggle. A good and healthy marriage is one where there's mutual respect and mutual care, mutual service, where it is not where one person is serving and the other person is dominating. Number 2 is this unhealthy pattern of telling women to endure and keep quiet. You hear things like just endure. Even though they know that something is hurting you, they'll tell you to keep quiet. When the man will mess up, it is the woman that is told to keep the peace. She's the one that's supposed to hold the home together so it does not break up, and not the one that committed the crime. So I ask, what type of peace is that? Because a lot of women have been conditioned to suppress their feelings, to tolerate things that hurt them just to avoid conflict. And over time, these women begin to lose their voice in their marriage. But that is not peace. That is suppressed pain. And anything that you suppress will eventually come out. It is going to crack one day, and it will come out either as resentment or as emotional withdrawal or even anger. My marriage should be a safe space where I can express myself, where I can not only be heard, but I would also be understood. Not where I have to constantly walk on eggshells, because real peace is not silence. Real peace is emotional safety. Number 3 is all men cheat. The normalization of men cheating in this society is crazy. It is wild. And I'm always like, hello, I hope people know that women cheat as much as men do too, because you're not the only one that has eyes. Oh. I mean, you think I am blind? You think me, I do not see fine men too? Or you think that you are the only one that is tired of, and want to try another one? Eh? So, cheating is not a gender thing. Cheating is a character thing both for men and women. Men are not polygamous in nature. We are all, both men and women, we are all polygamous in nature. But if the both of us stood in front of people and in front of God to give our vow to stay loyal and faithful to each other, it is both our responsibility to stay faithful and keep that vow. The minute you say those vows to me, you are accountable to me, and I am also accountable to you. And it is so crazy because infidelity in marriage these days has become so normalized and common that if you are the one that is even speaking up against it, you are seen as the abnormal one. But because something is common does not mean that you should accept it. And I refuse to carry that mentality into marriage. As long as you said your vows to me and I said my vows to you, to be faithful and loyal, we are both accountable to each other. Number 4, glorifying suffering. This society has a way of defining a woman's strength by how much manual labor she can carry on without breaking down. If you're not stressed, if you're not constantly burnt out, if you're not doing everything by yourself, people begin to look at you like you're not a good wife. I'm just like, why are we like this safe? I refuse to feel guilty for choosing ease over stress when I know that I can afford it. Why do we just enjoy glorifying suffering? If you can afford help, get help. It's a different case where you cannot afford help. That is understandable. But when you begin to see it as for a woman to be outsourcing these things, that means she's lazy, that means she's not a good wife, that means she's not ready for marriage. Not over here. Oh, I'm sorry. Because well, let me even be honest. Me, I'm very lazy when it comes to manual labor. If it is work that is going to give me money, very well. With my full chest, I will carry it, I will chest it. But you see, manual labor, oh Bob, my body is not built for it at all. That is why we are working to make money so that I can outsource the things that I don't have strength for, the things that I am too lazy to do. Because why am I suffering when I know that I have money? I'm making money so that my life is going to be easy. The only reason why you can define me as a hardworking woman right now is because I am not able to afford help. But the minute I'm able to get my money up small like this, I'm outsourcing because I've seen cases where people shame women for outsourcing work or for getting help. And I'm just like, why? Why are you shaming a woman for wanting an easy life? Why are you shaming a woman for wanting a stress-free life? Who told you people that marriage is a place where a woman has to do everything by herself to be qualified and classified as a good woman or as a good wife? Makes no sense to me. My dear, there's no award anywhere for the most exhausted hardworking woman or wife of the year. There's no medal, there's no prize. The only thing that you will even get is exhaustion, frustration, and stress. This stress and frustration starts to even show up physically. You see a woman that is 10, 15 years into marriage and she's looking older than her age, and then you see people saying, marriage has changed her. No, marriage did not change her. It is stress. So for me, I have made up my mind. The things that I can do, I will do them. The things that I cannot do, I'm gonna outsource them. I wrote that Wadia, I will accept help without feeling guilt. Marriage should not feel like survival. It should be partnership. It should be mutual care, mutual support, mutual respect. And I believe that our generation has the opportunity to do things differently now, to unlearn what we saw growing up, to build better and healthier relationships and marriages. Just because something has been done in a particular way for years does not mean that it is right. It does not mean that that is the only way for it to be done. Share with me in the comment section what habits, marriage habits, that you believe our generation should stop normalizing. Please also subscribe if you're not yet subscribed, and share this video to everybody that you know. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.